Okay, this is 12.4, multiplying out brackets and collecting the terms. So we've already multiplied out a bracket, so whenever we've got 4 outside of a bracket, for instance 4 upon 2 plus 3x, we multiply every term inside the bracket by the term immediately outside of it. And if there was a symbol in front of that, like a minus, we'd also include that. So if we've got 4 times by 2, that's going to be 8. 4 lots of 2 is 8. And then 4 lots of 3x gives us 12x. Now we could do this a different way. So if we had 5, well let's do minus 5 this time, upon 7 minus 2x. We can do it using a rectangle or an area method. So minus 5 would be on the top, and then we've got 7 and minus 2x. And what we're really looking for here is the area. So the area of this square, which is 5 wide and 7 deep, is going to be 35. But because we've got a negative number times by a positive, that means it's going to be minus 35. Here we've got 2x by 5. That's going to be an area of 10x. But we've got to think about the signs. We've got a minus, and the two minuses make a positive, so actually we're just left with a 10x or a positive 10x. We could write those then as minus 35 plus 10x, or you could write that as 10x minus 35. Now that is just a summary really of what we've looked at before, so hopefully that will help us whenever we go on to look at these examples now in 12.4. So example 3 has 3x plus 2 brackets x plus 5. Now we need to deal with the brackets. If we think about our order of operations in BIDMAS, the brackets comes first. We can't do anything inside the bracket, but we can expand the bracket, we can remove the bracket by dealing with the 2. So we can multiply inside the bracket by 2, and it's a positive 2. So what we have is 3x, we're leaving it, we're not dealing with it yet. And then we've got the 2 multiplied by the x, that's 2x. And then the 2 multiplied by the 5 is 10. And because it's all positives, they're both plus each time. Now we can collect like terms, 3x plus 2x, in the same way if you have 3 apples plus 2 apples, that will give you 5x, or 5 apples, and plus 10. This is an algebraic term, this is a number, so we can't do anything with that, and we just leave it as it is. Example 4, 4 plus 3x minus 2. Now on the surface it looks like there is just a plus sign in front of the bracket. But there's a bit of a trick here. Whenever there's nothing outside of the bracket, there actually is something, and the thing that is there is a 1. So it's a 1 times by the bracket. So we'll multiply the 1 inside the bracket. We're not dealing with a 4. We're just going to leave the 4 as it is. So it's 4 plus 1 times 3x, which is 3x. And then we've got a plus 1 times by a minus 2. 1 times 2 is 2. The plus and the minus make a minus. So it's minus 2. We then collect like terms. Here's a 4. And we've got a minus 2. Now the sign belongs to the term on its right. So this plus does not belong to the 4. This belongs with this 3x. So whenever we're looking at collecting terms, what we have is 4 take away 2, which is 2. And then we've got the plus 3x, a number, an algebraic term. We can't do anything with that. We might choose though to write it as 3x plus 2. An algebraic convention would be we do letters first and then numbers. But either would be fine. Example 5. We've x plus 3 plus 2 brackets 3x minus 6. We've got to do the bracket first. So we expand the 2 into the bracket. We're not going to do anything with the x and the 3. We're going to leave them as they are. So we've got x plus 3. 2 times 3x is 6x. And 2 times 6 would be 12, but we have a plus and a minus, so that makes minus 12. We need to collect like terms. We have an x and a plus 6x. And they'll combine together to give 7x. And then we've 3 take away 12, which is minus 9. So we've got 7x minus 9. And the last example in this is x take away 6 minus 2x plus 1. Now remember back to this example, example 4, where there was just a bracket, and what we said was there was a hidden number before the bracket, and that was a 1. We're not going to deal with the x minus 6 because it's not their turn yet, so we've got to multiply the minus 1 into the bracket. If you're multiplying anything by 1, it just stays the same, but because it's a minus, it's going to change all the signs. So minus 1 times 2x is a minus 2x, and minus 1 times positive 1 is going to be a minus 1. Then we collect terms. We've got the x, take away 2x, and that gives us a minus x. And then minus 6, take away 1, is minus 7. Now there can be some confusion with that, but thinking about these logically in terms of a number line, we're starting off with minus 6. Here's minus 6 in number line, 0 is about here. And this then says take away 1, and we know subtraction to go down the number line. And that will take us to minus 7. Similarly with x, here's x on the number line, here's 0. We're taking away 2x, so we're going this way. We'll go one full step to x to the left will take us to 0, and another will take us to minus x. So that's where those two numbers are coming from.